In this tutorial, I'm going to tell you why a certain reaction does not take place. Most of the time, the students don't know why a reaction which they have written correctly does not really take place. So, for an example, I will write a simple reaction in which we take ethanol and we react it with NaCl. And a student writes these two products. Now obviously this reaction, if he writes, would be given a wrong because this reaction really does not take place. But the problem is that the student doesn't know why this reaction doesn't take place. So I'm giving you a simple explanation. Now in this reaction, you would observe that the OH minus has been replaced by the Cl minus. This OH minus is therefore the leaving group. A concept that you have to understand that there are good leaving groups and bad leaving groups. Into which category does OH minus fall? It falls into a bad leaving group category. Now, what is the reason? The reason is that OH minus is a strong base. And strong bases are bad leaving groups. What is the reason? The reason is that a strong base has a strong tendency to share its pair of electrons. Having a strong tendency, it would not like to leave and therefore it would be a bad leaving group. So you cannot make OH to be replaced by Cl because it won't go as a leaving group. So what is the option? How do we make it to leave and form chloroethane? The answer is that we convert a bad leaving group into a good leaving group. Now you have to understand that H2O, right, is a good leaving group. Now, how do we decide that which one is a good or a bad leaving group? The answer is that if it's a strong base, it's a bad leaving group, and if it is a weak base, then it is a good leaving group. So water is a good leaving group because water is a weak base. One of the ways is that in the presence of H plus ions, the lone pair of electrons binds with the H plus, making it CH3, CH2, OH2 plus. And now when the chloride ion attacks on this carbon, then H2O can easily leave because H2O is a weak base and therefore a good leaving group. So instead of using NaCl, if we use HCl, we would be able to effect this conversion because in acidic medium, we convert OH minus, a bad leaving group, into H2O, a good leaving group. That's the message I wanted to give. And you would have studied in your AS level that to convert ethanol to chloroethane, we use reagents like SOCl2 and PCl5 and PCl3. What is the reason? The details of this can be explained in another video, but the simple answer is that these reagents convert the OH minus group, which is a bad leaving group, into a good leaving group, and therefore it becomes easier to replace the OH by the Cl group. Thanks, hope you have understood. Please write your comments if you have liked the video. Thank you very much.